live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Historical Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare, an organization that has stepped up to the bat to give this community some of the best medical services. Awesome. And now valet parking. Okay.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
How
and
cool.
by the way, folks, our permanent guest host and the owner of the Texan Theater, we are in her house, Barbara Horan.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you
so
for
good
being
to be here.
Yeah,
Yes,
what a great time we're going to have this week.
Yes.
And you've had so many good shows at the
Yeah, we
Texan
had
Theater.
Surfer Jets on
Yeah,
go-go boots. They do
yeah.
surfer music.
Right, and
Ladies in
then
Canada.
later on in the show somewhere, we're going to be talking about French fried pickles or
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But
Big Tex Awards.
what a great show. What a great show today, because we have people on the show today that it could be a good Veterans Day.
I think it is.
It is. I think it could be a Veterans Day. But right now, we want to do something that we do each and every Wednesday when I do it. I try to do as much as possible.
Yeah.
And that is give thanks for what we have here, not only in this community, but in our world today, because we're in God's plan and He knows what is coming next. But I know what's coming next is my partner, business partner, and love this guy, and because of him, my dream has come true. So, and he has agreed to do our invocation. Gabe Medina.
All right, thank you. Let's bow our heads. Dearest Heavenly Father, we come before you, Lord God, first and foremost to thank you for all the wonderful, wonderful blessings that you've provided.
Amen.
And we thank you, Lord God, that through your grace, we don't have to do anything for it. And then, Lord God, I ask that you bless this community, bless these hosts, bless this program. Allow us to be a light in the darkness to your people in this community. Lord God, we ask all these things in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
All right, amen. And we're about to get ready for an awesome show. You know what? Our first guest is probably the best friend a veteran can ever have. John Turner's coming. Y'all come with us. It's here at the Texan Theater. It is free. The coffee, tea is on Tiffany today. So y'all come on. Y'all come on. We're right here. We'll be back.
When you've got a real emergency on your hands, you need a full-service ER team on your side. And only Hunt Regional Healthcare offers complete care for emergencies. We've got emergency medicine certified physicians, trauma certified nurses, specialty surgeons, respiratory therapists, and an on-site full-service lab and imaging to help you get back to living your best life. Hunt Regional Medical Center, the right choice for complete care.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
And why don't you just take it from here?
And welcome, John.
Yeah, you're welcome, John. Folks, this is Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, and we're in her house, so anything can happen. Barbara Horan, our co-host. Would you introduce our first guest?
Yes, this is John Turner, the commander.
Commander. All right.
DAV, Disabled American Veterans, Greenville.
Yes, ma'am.
I tell everybody this man is the best friend a veteran could ever have.
Yep.
He has done so much in our community for DAV that, John, thank you for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
'Cause
Anytime.
There's a lot of stuff going
You
on.
gave me a whole bunch of pages
Yeah.
of what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've got a
Lots of
raffle
happening.
coming up at the Beaudart Bash.
yeah. Is that what this is right here?
Yes,
Look
sir.
at here. Yeah.
First prize is going to be one of the top 5 shotguns in the United States right now.
Oh, my.
A Mossberg. Yeah. ATF type.
You got it on the screen there. Yeah. So let me ask you.
And then second prize is our Heritage 22
Oh yeah.
pistol.
Rough Rider pistol.
Rough Rider pistol.
Yeah.
Comes with
You
a
need You need a
holster.
pistol. You got a Scalbert, so you need a pistol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Right.
comes with a holster, which is either left or right adaptable, and 2 extra interchangeable.
Oh yeah.
Cylinders. They're all engraved. You'll take long rifle up to mag.
Wow. So each
And then third prize is an electric digital smoker.
Oh, no.
electrical digital smoker.
Does it have an alarm so if I put the brisket on at night, then it'll wake me up in the middle of the night if it gets too warm? or
If you
too
set
hot?
it for when you want it, how long you want it, it'll turn off when
It'll
it's.
turn off?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I know people that stay up all night stoking the, it's like,
Yeah.
so that, because briskets take forever.
Yeah, they do.
Can't just
The,
leave it.
The DAV was established. There was a need for what the DAV is doing, and today I would like for you to bring us up to date on when and now.
Okay.
What we're doing.
It was established shortly after World War
Wow.
By an officer in Illinois. He saw a need because there was such an influx of wounded or dead soldiers of all types, all services. The government couldn't take care of them. So he decided to get together with a friend of his. He himself had been wounded, and his friend had been wounded. And they got together and formed this organization called the Veterans of the World War. Okay? Mm-hmm. And they finally got their first meeting in Chicago, but they didn't get certified by Congress until like 1921. Well, actually, that was when their first meeting was really held. They got certified by Congress in 1932.
Wow.
Took that long.
Wow.
So anyway, the Disabled American Veterans Organization, national organization, they have chapters and national units all over every state in the Union. And they have also chapters overseas, in quite a few different countries overseas, where they have active members. This organization is the premier organization in the world for taking care of disabled veterans and their spouses and children, survivors.
Oh wow.
Yes, sir. And we're even helping, I'm still seeing some veterans from World War II and Korea.
The World War II veterans are dying off
Very, very quickly.
Very quickly. Very quickly.
But that and we're losing some Korean veterans too, but our main problem today is the modern day soldier. We're losing those guys very, very quickly. Mostly from suicide.
Suicide.
I was going to ask if it was suicide.
Yeah.
I
Mostly
know there's a lot
suicide.
of, do y'all do some of the help afterwards? When people get out,
Mm-hmm.
There's not much help, you have boot camp. When you sign up, you get boot camp and you get all this before they send you to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we're done, they go, adios.
Mostly,
For the most, well, not
but-
completely, but
Not completely, but they have recognized the need, and a lot of them are now, or they had been, counseling, having like transition
okay.
counseling sessions before they're discharged,
But doesn't that, I know.
but not all.
Sometimes when you're in and you go to something like that, you're looked down upon. But that, I guess at the end it wouldn't count because you're leaving, so
That's
there's
right.
nobody to
Right,
have a problem with it.
right. But we help with that as well. We try
That's-
to. And the DAV has a thing on their website called jobs.org.
Oh,
You
cool.
can go on their website, and they have different sessions where they have companies come, and you can go interview for companies or
Oh, nice.
whatever.
Oh, good.
So it started out as people who were actually wounded that knew we needed a something, and so they started as something, and 10 or so years later, the government went, oh, yeah.
And now it's growing worldwide.
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 So I don't want to put you on the spot, but we have a chapter here in Greenville.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you said throughout the state of Texas, there's chapters throughout the state of Arizona, whatever.
Every state.
How many, does Texas have a considerable amount of chapters?
Yes, sir.
Than the other? So what I'm trying to say is, I guess that we have a lot of patriotic people that are now disabled, if you will, as
Yes, sir.
veterans in the state of Texas. Just shows you how much this state is behind America. So
There's over 1 million veterans in the Disabled American Veterans Organization in Texas.
Wow.
over 1 million?
Yes.
Holy moly, I had no idea. I figured that.
A lot, but
That's a lot, that's
Yeah.
a lot. And strictly run on donations?
Mostly. Yes, sir.
Mostly? Because the
Mostly
government
donations.
is not dishing out all those millions and millions of dollars. Well, I heard they were.
I said it's a no.
Gabe, you want to talk about the rifle? We did.
The raffle, we talked about the raffle.
But we can do it, we can do it again. We can do it again.
When is the Beaudart Bash? Next week?
It's 23 and 24 September.
September.
You
Right.
don't have to be present to win. All it needs is a name and phone number.
Can they
Drawing
go
will be
on your
the-
website to get it? Can they?
We need this one.
Can they send you money on the website for the raffle? No, they got to find somebody, find
Well,
a
they-
human, or show up.
Yeah, that'd be best.
Right.
My phone number and my wife's phone number's on the front page.
Shirley's,
there.
yeah, I saw that. I
Mine
saw
and
it.
Shirley's.
And by the way, Shirley, I'm sure thank you, lady, for what you do to keep this guy in line. But no, she does. She has a position.
Yeah, she's the commander of the DAV Auxiliary.
Right. Oh, that's what I was going to say that. But between her and this gentleman, there's a lot of people that get informed, if you will, and there's so many more that are not informed. So
True.
We want to reach out to those veterans, disabled veterans, to get in touch with John. If not John, get in touch with someone. If you're in the state of Texas and the chapter that you're in, if you're in Waco, it doesn't matter. But get in touch with someone, because there are benefits for being taken care of by the DAV.
Yes, sir. There sure is. Very much so.
So when you get together, how many people in the Greenville chapter, or is it Hunt County, or is it
Hunt County.
Hunt County.
I serve Hunt County,
Serve Hunt County.
but I have been able to help people all through the 50 states pretty much.
Right.
On our regular meeting nights, we have upwards of 25, 26 in the chapter part, and the wife can have upwards of, say, 20 in the auxiliary type.
Now, do y'all still meet down at
On Church Street.
on Church Street, Church and Stonewall, or Johnson?
Church and Johnson.
Church and Johnson. I see that there years ago when I did a morning show with Jim Patrick, and every morning I would go by that DAV and that crutches in that door, and I'd go to the station to get on the air, and Jim would say, "Well, what's going on this morning?" I said, "Well, that door's still crippled."
It's still crippled too.
He'd say, "I bet y'all know what you're talking about. You're talking about the DAV." And I said, "That's right. That door's still crippled." So and it's still there. It's still what, and it was a good thing that about the DAV, because back when I was getting involved with races back in 93, 94, somewhere like that. Anyway, I had no idea that the DAV, what they did, really didn't, because it was something that I didn't take time. And then I was introduced to, I forget who it was, but brought me up to date on what, and then I met you, and you've been very active in also a big event that's coming up in November.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, big one coming up in November right here.
Yep.
Right here, and we had one great one last year. Sparky,
yes.
Sparky, and John, and what from Hayden. What's her? Haiti.
Haiti.
It's going to be a great Right, and then 4th of July, or not the 4th of July parade, Veterans Day parade.
Veterans Day
Veterans
Parade,
Day
which
Parade.
is
That's in November.
yep,
November 5th.
November 5th. It's Bob Wills Festival weekend.
Oh, that's right. It's Bob
Yeah.
Wills Fiddle Festival weekend.
It's going to be an exciting day. It's going to be fun.
So,
A lot going on, a lot of people from out of town.
yeah.
Yes.
It's always a busy
yeah.
weekend.
Right. And if someone wanted to know more about the DAV, they can get a hold of you. There's
You bet.
Facebook, social media.
Yeah.
Call Sparky. It's,
Call Sparky.
okay, can they go to Friendly News and
Yes.
get the information?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
Right. So, John, thank you.
Thank you,
Can
thank
I
you.
mention one more thing?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, yes.
My wife told me to bring this up.
Okay.
October, I believe, the 15th,
Okay.
the auxiliary is having their Americanism program.
Americanism.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They have this every year. And they invite the junior ROTC to write a little essay. And this year, it's what does freedom mean to me?
Oh, wow. That's
So-
awesome.
We usually get Larry Flater.
Yeah.
He's already been contacted.
Right.
He's going to be lining up his students,
Oh,
letting
wow.
us know. And we usually give them a little check afterwards for the winter and stuff like this. So
Excellent.
that's a nice little spending money.
Yep. Well, it's a part of the that you do and that you do and all the others that are veteran-minded, you might say, that are helping these veterans, and it's good. So, thank you again. And
You're welcome.
I'm sure I'll see you again, but I know I'll see you in November. But we're coming back,
And I just happen to have tickets with me just in
and
case.
he just happens to have tickets.
So you can come by
okay,
here.
Okay. And coming up next is a young lady that along the same lines as veterans. Paula, I can't say enough about Paula because she has got that passion to do exactly what she knows she has to do. And she's coming next, right here on Ctfm, Coffee Tea Friendly Me at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Y'all come back with us.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
And we are live from the Texan Lobby Studio at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm, Coffee Tea Friendly and Me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare and an organization I know that we can do it together, Discount Wheel and Tire. And by the way, folks, our permanent co-host here on Ctfm is one Barbara Horan.
Wow.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And by the way, come on down because the coffee and tea is on Trina. I said Tiffany, but I meant Trina. It's on Trina today. So, and speaking of, this is what it is right here. Folks, I don't care. Go ahead. If you want to go out and get in your car and wait 10 minutes to get Star Wars coffee, that's fine.
10 minutes?
Yeah, that's fine.
good.
But you-
No, I hear that line's a lot longer than 10 minutes.
It's really long. It's longer than it's supposed to be. Anyway, you can come here, walk in, get any drink every day of the week for $10 a month.
$10 a month.
$10 a month. And I know that I've been told, Paula, and I didn't know that people waited in their cars 10, 15 minutes to pay $8 for coffee. I didn't know that.
Yep, they do.
But
And
now-
here,
and
well,
here-
some people, especially if they're on their way to work
Right.
and they don't want to wait in any line at all, they call us when they leave the house. They get here, they walk in the door, grab their drink, sign their name, walk out the door.
Try that anywhere else. Enough said about that coffee because we're going to enjoy it anyway. Our next guest is a lady that I met I think a year ago, maybe a year ago.
About a year ago.
About a year ago. And they being Twin Rotors Mission was having an event on Bonnie Lane.
Yeah.
Now, you know what Bonnie Lane is?
Probably.
I went by it thousands of times. It's on 69, Bonnie Lane. I thought that was the guy that lived there. I thought that was his driveway. But anyway, Paula, I just want to say, you know, I'm impressed by what you're doing in the community for veterans. And again, I want to say thank you for the presentation of my gift on my birthday.
Yes, of course.
And it's going. Sparky is going to be putting it in the office and everything. But there's something coming up pretty close. We're getting closer.
Yes,
and
we are.
In October.
Yes.
And so you're going to be talking about. Before we do that, you have a guest.
I do. This is my granddaughter. She's 2 years old, so she's here visiting for just a little bit. And
her name is Winter.
Her name is Winter. And
she is so adorable, so beautiful.
She is. She's a daughter of my first son.
All right.
So,
well, tell us a little bit about the event that's coming in October.
So the event that's coming in October is called The Real Cost of Freedom.
That's and
right there. There it is, yeah.
American tribute to American families and military veterans. So I'm very happy to say that we have our first official sponsor.
Oh.
We do. This is a business card. It's with Affinitive Body Arts Collective. It's kind of it's a very unique name, and so he's been very supportive of myself, the nonprofit, and my family. He also helped to bring to life my first tattoos that I have right there. There's this one and then this one.
Yeah.
So they are very sentimental. And when I went to Stevie, I said, I had a lot of questions to ask before I went to see him. But what I really appreciate about Stevie is he has such a wonderful heart. He wants to serve the community. He cares very much about the work that he does. He cares very much about his clients, and he will bend over backwards too. And he does some very impressive work. There's people who start to come from all over the country to see him. But what's really interesting is when I go to the VA, I get stopped. Who did your work? You know, it's like, and so he gave me a bunch of cards, so I could just start handing him a card. But so he's come on board with an American Patriot table. He's also going to be donating a silent auction item for an all-day, which is basically a sleeve for a tattoo. And then I've also invited him as a vendor to try and schedule appointments that day as well.
Nice.
Excellent.
So he's our first official. Since he came on board as our first official, I told him, I said, you're going to get, a whole lot of extra publicity.
Oh, yeah.
I do have another Daybreak Rotary Club is on board with an American Patriot table. So we've got them coming on. I've got some others in the works. We're still not quite there yet. We're still waiting for a sponsor for Blackbird Anthem. Blackbird Anthem, Adam has just advised me that they're going to be donating since they're with music, a symbol that is signed. It's a signed symbol and a snare drum.
Oh, wow.
So, and that's from the, I forget the name. It's the Taylor Project, Taylor Project. So it's, a lot of things are coming together. We finally approved our official t-shirt design for an event t-shirt. So I'm looking for a sponsor for our event t-shirts. I'm looking if anybody wants to sponsor. It's $1,000 to sponsor the t-shirts. So, and it's everybody that's seen the design is really thrilled about it. It's really exciting. So, but that's pretty much the latest update on what's going on there. There's a lot of exciting things coming.
Where is this to be held at?
This is going to be held at Cattle Creek event center.
Okay, the event center out there, right off the service road.
Yes.
Can't miss it. I mean, it's awesome. You've been there.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Let me say, you could miss it. But
Well, yeah, you could miss. Well, you could miss it now because I used to tell everybody just look for the fasten. Well, they went out of business, but it is a good venue. I've been there several times, and I know that your involvement in anything related to the help of veterans is one that that passion builds, because you yourself are a veteran.
yes, I am.
Okay, and Twin Rotors mission. Okay, if you heard Twin Motors mission, sometimes people say, well, what is that? But your mission, it's one that is for veterans.
Yes.
It's for veterans. And how did that come about?
Well, the name Twin Rotors Mission came about because my husband and I were serving with a gentleman in South Korea who we learned was killed in Operation Red Wings. We learned that through the movie The Lone Survivor. Lone Survivor, and through the end credits, it was something that really just socks you in the gut, because I mean, we already knew that there was an incident where a CH-47 was shot down, which is already passionate to our hearts. But then to find out that one of your buddies who you served with was killed on that helicopter makes it that much more sentimental. So, but I mean, we've had we've taken this one step further because we realize how these incidences cover going into our city, asking them, what do you want us to focus on for our mission? And they asked us to focus on mental health initiatives.
That's the main one I understand.
It is.
Right.
It is. And so one thing that we've been working on and we've released is a info commercial. It didn't start out that way. It was supposed to be 1 minute, 30-second, 2-minute commercial.
Right.
And the gal that we were working with, Tiffany Lynn, we sat down. I shared with her what my vision was for the commercial. We laid out some dates on the calendar. We talked about budget. We did all of that. And honestly, we got it done. I wrote the script in the sense of, here's the people that I want in the commercial, and this is what I would like for them to share. And I can tell you that it was a tall order, but these folks, they came together and they delivered.
Let me tell you what.
Flawlessly.
Did
you see the commercial?
Yeah, and
Okay.
Speaking of, Tiffany Lynn is our associate producer of this show, and her and Ian and Gabe with Friendly Life. The thing that I want people to understand with Paula Morgan is that you are a spokesperson. You are the one that is helping those veterans in our community, and then you are the therapy at the Lone Star Arena. Now I have
the Longhorn Arena.
Longhorn Arena.
It's easy to get confused. I understand.
I've been there headed, and then I'd get sidetracked. But one of these Mondays, is it? You do a Monday?
Yeah, it's the first and third Monday each month that we meet at the Longhorn Arena. We're looking at investigating a couple of other options to expanding that as well. And when it's already in the works, but we're not there yet. But the whole point was people just didn't understand what equine assisted psychotherapy is.
Right.
So when we put the commercial together, the point is to really help people understand how veterans benefit from that.
Because it is. It's a great benefit. So
yes.
I just want to, every time we have the opportunity to have you on, I'd love to have you on because you bring so much information to our community. And so thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you
very, very, very much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I tell you what, we're fixing to come back with a young man that, if you say fish, You know, if you say fish, no, we're not talking. We're talking, when you say fish, you know Wally.
Wally.
Wally. All right. We're coming back. Ctfm right here to Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Y'all come back with us. Again, the coffee and tea is on Trina. It just happens to be that way. Y'all come back with us.
Company coming? Make sure they stay with us. At Best Western Plus, we'll treat them right. Like hot complimentary breakfast, spacious rooms, a glorious pool, fitness and business center, and best of all, a friendly staff. Our large, flexible meeting rooms are great for business and social get-togethers. Best Western Plus, just off of Interstate 30 near Cracker Barrel. Staying with us is always a plus. Best Western Plus in Greenville.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio in downtown Greenville, Texas, Ctfm. Coffee, tea, friendly, and me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Discount Wheel Tire. I get it. And Hunt Regional Healthcare, two organizations, folks. I'm going to tell you, I can't say enough about both of them. Right. One of them, Discount Wheel and Tire. If you have engine, tire, it don't matter. They can take care of anything on your vehicle. And when it comes to health, Hunt Regional, no problem, no problem. And our co-host, one Miss Barbara Horan.
Your invisible host today.
Invisible?
You're invisible. You
right,
can't see me on
she only has a hand on TV. See, it's just a hand. Look.
Depending on how you have your settings set, I'm blending into the wall. Note to self, no black. Don't wear black.
Don't wear black. And I got the Texan right on top of my hat, so I'm saying, anyway, right we got to get some messages to some people about what is going on in Greenville for food, assistance, et cetera, and one Mr.
Well, I
Wally.
see that some days. So I come down, of course, there's a roads closed right now.
Yeah.
But that's right where they come from your place on King Street, around the block, all the way up Wesley Street, or towards north.
Yeah, right. Up towards sometimes to Lee Street.
And it just, I'm surprised. There's a lot of people that line up for stuff.
And they're not driving wrecks. They're not driving cars that just barely running. God bless.
There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people, different.
All socioeconomic levels.
Right.
Do they have to have a car? I just realized, do they have to have a car to come get stuff?
Well, if they don't have the car, then they'll take the transportation to the Senior Resource Center. So.
Okay. I was just wondering.
I always say that wrong.
Oh, the SCRPT.
She'll correct me.
So if they don't have a car and come to your place, they go there?
Well, they'll call for them to come pick them up and bring them to us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then the connection bus is in line. With
Well, the connection will just come to the office. We don't make them get in line.
Oh, okay.
They just come out. The only reason we have lines is when we have mass distributions.
Right.
So we'll have that usually on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week. We have produce that we get from local grocers that we can give away because shelf life is going to be very limited.
Right.
So we try to give that out ASAP, and then
they try to. I know I give a lot of my food that's about to go out to win.
Right.
Y'all can't usually take the stuff that I have.
Right.
But the same sort of thing.
Right.
The stores in town, instead of leaving it on their shelves until it's all shriveled and,
Right. Well,
and
you know,
gone.
some things have sell-by dates.
Right.
It doesn't mean they have that's the use-by date. That's
Right.
just when it has to go out of the building.
Right.
And so
We have that problem too.
Walmart Neighborhood Market, Aldi's, Brookshire's, they partner with us every week. And so we can pick up sometimes 10 or 15,000 pounds of food from them.
Wow.
In 1 week.
Yeah, I've seen on videos, YouTubers, whatever, food that's in a garbage can because it has a sell-by date or whatever.
And Walmart used to do that. They used to throw away, because we get bread, we get meat product. If it's a meat product, they immediately put it in the freezer.
Right.
So it comes frozen to us, and so it gives us time to pass it out. And other things like that. Some things we give away really quick if we get too much, but we get bread from Panera Bread every day.
Do they need to make a reservation to come,
No,
or they just stop by your office on King
They
Street?
know we're open from 9 to noon.
Okay.
Then they have to be there by 11:30 every Monday through Friday in order to get an application in and get going. But food is the easiest thing we do. But right now the big need has been rent and utilities.
Right.
In the last 18 months, we've given away almost $600,000 in rent and utilities.
Wow.
Which people just don't understand that that's what's going on.
Right.
But you know, you've got a senior adult who's living on less than $1,000 a month, which many of our senior adults do, and their rent has gone up a couple $100, and
Well, yeah, then
they have nothing.
Well, as somebody said, we're all in this together, but we're not.
Right.
We're all in the same storm, but
Right.
some people have a yacht and some people don't even have a boat. They're just out
Well,
there.
It's like a senior adult who maybe own their home,
Right.
you know, and so their taxes now are more than what they paid monthly
Right.
for a payment on their home. But that is a negative for them because they can't get food stamps because they take that as an asset. Well, you could sell that house and then you could have money, but they don't
But not
understand.
really.
Not really.
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really.
Right.
You know, and so it's just sad. Many of our senior adults who ought to be getting food stamps or SNAP, as we call it
Right.
now, they should be getting it. Most of them can only get $14 to $20.
So can we call our legislators to help with?
They need to expand that for those folks.
So we need to call Senator Bob Hall.
Yeah, Bob Hall. We need to call Brian Slayton.
Brian Slayton.
Okay.
Yeah, even just, it's just sad that that's the system.
Right.
You know.
But we don't call federal. We don't call those two guys. We call local, state
and reps.
State reps.
State reps.
But they also, from the national level, can help with that as well. So, because it's all the rules come basically from the national level, but it just needs to be made available to senior adults. Senior adults should not have to be deciding, do I eat or do I buy my prescription or do I pay my rent or do I pay my electric bill?
Yeah.
And most of them are very frugal. You know,
Yeah.
they're going to use, instead of using enough to really clean their clothes, as Trina and I were talking a minute ago, they're going to half that because they know they've got to make that stretch till they can buy it again.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
and also I know they would, I know it's going to cost electricity to run my air conditioner
Right,
if I have one.
Right.
So
They
we
don't
don't
run it.
even turn it on.
No, they don't run it.
Might or
Right.
might not have a fan. And
Right.
until yesterday when you posted it was 70 degrees, which was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it's been 100 degrees.
Right,
and
right.
Did y'all have a fan program?
Yeah, we had fans left over, and we've had some folks buy fans for us here recently too. We give those away all
Right.
year long.
Okay.
Because they're good during the winter or the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Because they help keep the air circulated in your home. But we do have a lot of senior adults who can't afford to run their AC.
Right.
So, and they don't live in places where all the windows open, those kinds of things. So it does make it
modern
difficult for
people
folks.
thought that
Yeah,
we didn't
right.
need windows that open.
Yeah,
You know, the new
yeah.
design.
New design.
Yeah,
Because you've got air conditioner. Why would you need your
Yeah,
windows?
that's right. But
Well, now
there's-
nothing opens and it's
Yeah.
stuffy.
Yeah, stuffy.
And by the way, you know, we were talking about, I don't know if I said it or not, or you said it, but Wally Jeffers, the director of Hunt County Shared Ministries, we
Right.
call it FISH.
How did that, I've wondered for a long time. I knew Fish and I knew Hunt County Sheriff Ministries and I knew you.
Right.
And somehow or another I found this. All those pieces go together.
Right. Well, originally it was just called Fish because
Okay.
it was just it was a closet at Grace Presbyterian.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and they just had a small little closet, and then across the street, Redeemer Lutheran had a little closet. So they decided to work together, and then other churches got involved. So originally it was just called Fish, but when they had to,
Is that like mobile, like spreading the fish in the
Well,
loaves
that's kind of where it kind of
came
got
from?
started. But whenever I came, we came up with, I asked them what fish stood for, and they said, well, 5 loaves and 2 fish. And I said, okay. But I thought what it means is faithfully involved in sharing hope.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what we all get to do.
Yep.
We get to share hope every day with folks who sometimes are hopeless.
Right.
They just don't see any other option for them. And so we get to do that, and that makes a difference. But when we became a 501c3, we had to incorporate.
Right.
So that's where we came up with Hunt County Shared Ministries, because we serve the whole county.
Right.
We're one of the few agencies that serves anybody from anywhere in the county.
Oh, well. So if they're in that line,
Right.
and they've been sitting there for a long time, does anybody get rejected if they said, okay, you live in Rockwall County,
Now,
sorry?
If they don't live in Hunt County, we will help them one time, but we
Okay.
won't help them.
So they
ever
have to have an
again.
ID.
They have to have an ID, or
Okay.
they have to have a bill showing that they live in the county.
Okay.
Because all of our resources are dedicated to Hunt County residents.
Okay.
Because it's too easy for someone to drive over
Right.
from
Yes.
somewhere
But I was
else.
just thinking,
Yes.
if they sat in line that long.
Oh, no,
that one
no.
time,
Yeah,
the
we'll do it
second
one
time
time.
they should know they shouldn't sit in line.
That's right. We're not going to help them, because we'll keep up with that. But
Right.
because again, our county has one of the highest food insecurity rates in all
Really?
of North Texas.
Wow.
Yes.
Do what now?
Hunt County has one of the highest food insecurity rates in all of North Texas, which
Wow.
means
Wow.
people are having to make decisions. Do I feed myself, or do I pay my rent?
Right.
Do I feed myself? Do I pay my electric bill? Food is the bartering point of where they're going to spend their money. And so, we have a lot of kids who are struggling. We have the Meals for At-Risk Kids program, where we provide meals during the school year for kids to take home on the weekend, so they come back to school and they're not going to be hungry, and they'll be ready to learn.
They fill
And-
backpacks, or how does
Yeah.
You know, it's so sad.
Oh, I know.
So sad that we live and have to have that in our
Well,
society.
And some of that is because the parents aren't doing their job.
Right.
So we're giving stuff to kids that they can fix themselves in order to feed themselves. And it's enough that if there's, maybe if there's 4 or 5 kids in the household, two or three of them may be in the backpack program, so they get enough that they can feed all of them. And some families use it for all of them. So sometimes it's not necessarily the economics as it is the irresponsibility of parents, but it's also the economics as well.
Well, I know I was shocked in Austin when I got from the food bank there, 40,000 a week of meals that they were giving, which was, I was thinking maybe 40,000 a month, but a week in there, and I'm with us being the highest of North Texas, it must be a lot of meals that.
We're passing out more food than we've ever passed out before.
Wow.
And that's the easiest thing that we do. We just, we want to make sure families get the resources that they need. You need
volunteers.
We do. We're
volunteers and money.
The big thing right now is we're going into 3 years.
Right.
With the pandemic and everything, but right now it is worse than it's been any time during the pandemic.
Oh, wow.
We're seeing many more requests. Basically, for us, on a normal month, we would see 5 to 8 new family units. We're seeing 10 to 12 every week, sometimes 20 to 25 every week.
Wow.
So in a month now, like last month, we saw 88 new families in 1 month.
Wow.
And we're seeing that number every month. So there's a lot more folks in need now than there was during the pandemic.
So can they call you, or is the
Yes.
website to
They go to the
volunteer
website,
or to get help?
Either way, you can go to our website at hcsmfish.org, and there's an opportunity, a place to apply. There's a tab that says Apply for Help. You can go there and click on that. You can fill in an application. You can email it to us directly. You can even send us all the documents that you have to have if you're looking for rent or utilities or medical, dental, all those kinds of things.
Right.
But you also can come by our office. We have applications on our door.
Okay.
So if we're not there, you can pick it up, fill it out, bring it back. We have a drop box for those.
And that's the corner of King and
Spencer. Yeah.
which is right by Juice. If you're on Wesley Street, it's by Juice.
right behind Juice.
Yeah.
There's only 2 buildings on that block.
Right.
Juice is the big building. We're the little building. So if you come to the little building, you'll find what you need. We're open 9 to noon every day, but you have to be there by 11:30. 11:30. Can you hear us? 11:30 to be able to get an application in the process.
Yeah,
Right.
because there's so many people.
Yeah, and it's taken longer for us to do things because we have so many people. And when it comes to money, we have to verify your real situation.
Right.
Right.
But
You know.
also, when I was asking, it takes you longer, but
right.
would more volunteers help it not take as long?
So, in
Sometimes?
some ways it can.
Okay.
You know, we also have community service folks who come,
Okay.
who, you know, folks who've got to do probational
Right.
hours or whatever. They come and help us on a daily basis. But, you know, we're even in the process of talking about, can we extend our hours? And if so, how do we do that without but our biggest problem right now is we're just overwhelmed with applications.
Right.
And that takes
Yeah, it's time.
that takes a lot of time to get all of that taken care of and get going.
We got our.
If I may,
Yes.
You can join us.
you know, we
Pull up a chair.
Barb.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
Sit in my corner. No, you know, we and it's not a dig on anybody here, but we talk about those people, them, those cars. I was one of those,
Yeah.
and I received help from Fish,
Right.
and it blessed our family immensely. During the pandemic, I caught COVID, and my wife was out of work and everything. All the kids were home, so we were eating more
Right.
than
Right.
normal. So we didn't even have enough food in the refrigerator to cover for the
So that-
time that we would be out. So,
That's during COVID, or
During-
this is still COVID, but
Well, it
what's
was
causing such
after-
an
Well,
increase now?
yeah, it was after
Inflation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you
right.
think
Well,
about
I
it.
noticed- Think
about it.
Groceries are up significantly. If you're having to go to
Sodas.
work, gas
Yeah.
is worth.
absolutely.
I mean, and you know, your electric bill's higher, all of your insurance and everything has gone up. Your
Everything's
rent has gone up,
ridiculous.
and rent's fixing to go up again here in September.
Right. Well, my dad used to tell me, go ahead and drink this. No, I don't want you to drink diet sodas because this is the only thing your non-nutrition you're getting.
Yeah.
Drink the full sugared ones.
Yeah.
But sodas these days, they were below $6 a year ago, and now it's $7.50 unless you get them on sale like this week.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
were 4 for $12, but it's $7.50. So two
Everything.
Well-
12 packs are
Well, I mean, eggs are
$15 now.
$3 a dozen.
Yeah.
I mean,
My-
or more.
Yeah, and Boost went up from $6 to $9. I ain't buying Boost. That's it.
What is that?
Boost. Yeah, my wife got me hooked on Boost, right?
Well, see, and
and
one of
then
the-
I'm down them suckers, and I go to the store, and I picked it up, and then I looked, and I went, what?
Maybe next time.
Yeah, put it back.
Well, and some people do, but
Well,
older.
one of the things that we've done is to change how we talk about folks. When I first came, we were called clients. We talked about helping our clients. But now we talk about helping our neighbors, because that's really who they are.
Right.
Absolutely.
And our program is neighbors helping neighbors, because neighbors are helping us with financial resources that enable us to help the neighbors who are most in need.
Right.
And we talk about that, you know, we're serving those who are most in need in our county and trying to make sure that no one is going without. Now, you know, right now the issue for us is we're having so many people come in. We've been doing this for 3 years. Our staff and volunteers are tired.
Right.
And people now are more short-tempered than they've ever been because of all the stress that they're feeling. And, you know, there's not any other resources out there for them to grab except what's here.
Right.
And, you know, we're just trying to make sure that, especially with senior adults, you know, that is one of our big priorities, are families with small children. We're trying to make sure that they don't have to worry about what they have.
Right.
You know,
Well,
Speaking of senior adults, who's next?
yeah, right. Wally, thank you.
You're transitioning us
I know it's been a challenge for you to get here because of health and everything else, but we're so glad you're here.
well, I'm glad to be here.
Wonderful
Nice to
what
see
you're
you. Nice
doing.
to
in the
It's
community.
good to be out and about.
Oh, yeah, right. So
It is.
And I'll see you probably in the morning about,
Okay.
about 9, 10,
Okay.
30.
All right.
But folks, we're not through.
No, we got more.
Because we got one more. I don't know if you're going
And
to be.
she's a senior adult?
I think
didn't
she's
realize
is
that.
she a senior adult? It doesn't matter because Trina Coldiron is going to be here on CTFM right after she pays for the coffee and tea. Y'all come back with us.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
And we are live at the Texan Lobby Studio at the historical Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It is Ctfm. Coffee, Tea, Friend, and Me, brought to you each and every Wednesday by Hunt Regional Healthcare. And I just want to say, what an organization that has taken the time to do more for their patients, because their patients deserve more. Have a new program, free valet.
Oh yeah, you were saying it.
Yeah.
So free. So you drive up to the front of the hospital,
to the
or
front hospital, and they being Hunt Regional will.
Do they work on tips, or do they? Do you know how it?
No, Smiles. I saw them this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think any tips, but
I'm
it's a
just
wonderful
curious.
organization. And then we have discount wheel and tire, where service is the bottom line. And to round it out, a co-host that, it's Johnny Carson sitting next to me right now.
I know.
Barbara Duran, thank you so much for allowing us to be in your house.
Yes, I love
from
having
about
you here.
9 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
Yep.
Our next guest is one that you know her. You know her.
Well, she co-hosted with me for 3 weeks ago, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Because I got to sit in the middle. She sat over here, and it was we played musical chairs.
We did.
Without
We did.
you.
Without you.
Trina Coldiron, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
Right now, say it, script.
Script.
Say
Senior
it.
Center Resources and Public Transit.
Say it again,
And
say
y'all
it again.
use Senior Center Resources and Public Transit.
You hear that, John?
And y'all use volunteers too.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, yes.
We couldn't function without our
I want to tell
volunteer
you
team.
what, between this organization and Fish, a lot of people get fed in this community.
Yes.
And it's because of those donations.
It is, and we partner very well with Fish. Wally and I have been working all summer on getting air conditioners to our 60 and over friends that need them. So a lot of the homes here in Hunt County, we are the only eyes and ears in those homes with our Meals on Wheels program.
Right.
So, usually once or twice a week, I have one of our Meals on Wheels delivery drivers come in and say, this client needs an air conditioner. They're burning up.
Well, we have
So that's where Meals on Wheels is. You
Right.
coordinate Meals on Wheels.
we have
Okay.
the redneck air conditioners available.
Yes,
right
and
now.
I will take
I
some
will
of
tell you
those.
right now, batteries are not included, and these are available anytime. So, but getting back to script, I've seen the organization, the improvement that's happened to that organization, I think is directly right here, and the
thank
staff
you.
that work there, and everybody has that direction to help.
Well, right. I mean, we obviously couldn't do it without our leader and our director, Danny Allenbaugh.
Danny, I
and
saw him yesterday at lunch. Yeah, what a guy.
Yeah,
and
and
got a new baby.
He does have
Yeah,
a new baby.
Mackenzie,
Yeah,
little Mackenzie.
Well, they're fostering right now.
fostering,
So,
right.
But yeah, we love her. She's our mascot. And then, we have our director of operations, Diane Mason, who's been with the agency for 41
Wow,
years.
yeah.
She's going to kill me for saying that.
41,
but
yeah.
She's
And
been there.
And Joseph.
Since she was
And
just
with-
a baby.
Yes,
Yeah.
she was a baby. And then we could not function without our transit and maintenance director, Joseph Weeks.
Oh, man.
He's
He
amazing.
is amazing.
He keeps that transit side going, and that's a lot to keep up with.
Well, I know some of my employees actually
Oh, yeah.
use it.
They do.
They call and get an appointment to
Yep.
have a pickup.
And with school starting back, I want to reiterate more than ever is that we deliver 7A to 7P. So if you're a parent out there and you're needing after school or before school transportation for your child, as long as they're 12 years old and older, they can ride the connection. All you have to do, we do take credit card payments, and we've updated our transit system through TxDOT, thank you. And now, after your first initial ride, you receive an app on your phone, and you can book your rides
nice.
over
Oh,
the
wow.
phone. On your phone through the app. You don't have to call anymore.
But you
still
do
can.
that like 24 hours in advance?
Yeah,
or-
we need at least
That was my question. How far in advance do you need?
the more
'Cause I know
advanced.
I've used it, but
The more advanced, the better, because we are, sometimes we are short-staffed. Right now, today, we're fully staffed. Yay!
I just know from my staff that uses it, if I call them in the day of, they say I don't have a way to get there.
Right.
Because you can't just go, okay, I need a ride in 15 minutes.
Right. No.
It doesn't work.
We're not Uber.
like that.
So we're not a one person, you know, we are, you know, we're public transit. So we're, you know, we may have a driver that could come pick you up. We weren't able to do the same days because we were so short staffed, but now we've got some extra people.
Okay.
So always call and ask.
Yes.
There might
Always
be
call and
availability.
ask.
Okay.
Yep. And we will
$3, $5?
$2 in Greenville. Outside of Greenville, it's $3 one way.
Okay.
So very affordable.
Yeah,
Well,
it is affordable.
it sounds affordable to us.
Yeah.
But when you're on the part of choosing between food and rent, it's not always affordable. But I mean, we can make it happen. I help it with my staff.
Yeah, and we have public agencies that we can work with, especially if they're trying to get to a job. We
Or
have
doctor's appointment.
Well, our seniors get unlimited transportation at no charge
If
to
they're
doctor's
signed up with you?
appointments.
Okay.
And then they get a complimentary ride to the grocery store, pharmacy. They get 2 of those a week.
Okay.
So if they're 60 and over, they get some perks. If they're under 60, never don't get the ride because of money.
Okay.
We will find a resource for you. We have a partnership with Fish. We have a partnership with Salvation Army. We have partnerships with the United Way. We'll
always call.
Always call.
If you
And
have a
don't be
need,
afraid to ask. And if you're afraid to talk to the people, the dispatch girls, which they are wonderful up there, call me directly. My extension is 20. So call me directly and I'll see what I can do, or send us a Facebook message on our connection or script page, and we'll try to do what we can to help
the
you.
organization, like I said, the improvements that have been made are contributed to you and the staff, but more so, there are a lot of people that I talk to that when I say script, and they go, script, what's that? And I said, where's the connection? Oh yeah, I donate to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wow, that's pretty cool. And that, folks, that is what makes and takes care of 501c3s.
Right, and like Wally was saying right now, the price of inflation, so we deliver 600 hot meals a day out of our facility
600.
to all over Hunt County. So with that being said, with the price of inflation, because fuel was up for a minute, one of our grocery bills went from being $5,000 a week to almost $7,000.
Yeah.
So private donations are needed right now.
So if you're
more
cooking, do you
than
need
ever.
help to cook?
We don't. We
Okay.
have staff that does that. And We
Okay.
have a cook, and because of
there's all
health
kinds of-
things
yeah.
and stuff like that, we can always use volunteers to deliver the meals. I will take those, especially if you're in the South Hunt County area. We are really looking for volunteers down in that
Do they
area.
need like a huge van or something?
No,
Does it fit
you
in the
can
back
use your
seat?
car.
If
Yeah,
it's-
I mean we'll put you on a route where everything will fit in your car.
Okay.
Usually takes about 2 hours. If you have a partner, it could take an hour.
Do they deliver meals just for today? Or I know some places do like a hot meal today and a cold meal tomorrow.
So what we do is we do 5 hot meals if you're within the range that gets that. There are some places that only get delivery once a week, and that's 7 to 9 meals. So what we do is, and then the people that get the hot meals, then on one day of the week they'll get 2 frozens, and those are their emergency meals, and they can use those at night or on the weekend. So ultimately every client gets 7 meals.
Okay.
7 meals.
Do they do holidays?
We send frozens for the holidays if we're
Okay.
closed.
Okay.
Yep.
Patrina, again, thank you. You
Thank
are
you for
such
having me.
Not only the smiles, but the information she brings to this.
Well, I learn something new every time.
Every time,
I mean,
every time.
Because all these
I
pieces.
say we're the hidden treasure
There
of
you go.
Hunt County.
All right.
I
But
say
there's a
we are.
lot of hidden, scary, there are a lot of hidden treasures that people don't know the resources. And you sit at home going, I'm going to starve today,
No.
when they don't have to.
They don't have
No.
to. They don't have to.
Um,
All right.
If you're 60 and over, call me.
Call
We can
me.
always
Yeah,
find something
yeah.
for you.
We're about to get out of here. Thank you so very much for the show today, and thank
And
you,
come-
Sparky, for putting you on. And you know what?
Aubrey Lynn in the news.
She is, I just saw her.
She just got here.
Folks, we've got an awesome show, Friendly Live, at noon today. Aubrey Lynn, England, a local lady that don't need a microphone. You don't need a microphone.
And it's free to come to
and
the
it's
show.
free to come to the show.
I don't
And-
require that you eat.
No.
I love it if you do, but you don't have to.
And the tea is free.
And the tea is
And
free.
the tea is free, so what could be better?
And it's air conditioned.
And it's air conditioned.
Sort
And
of,
we've got...
mostly.
And we have...
It's cold in here today.
It's cold in here. It's not
We'll
really
be back
cold in
next
here.
Wednesday with this co-host over here at Ctfm right here at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. We love you guys.
Thank
Keep
you.
it in your boot. Welcome back, Jerry.
Welcome back.